Good afternoon and welcome back to Carnation Crafts TV. This is where today we are bringing you all the things that are going to be fabulous in your Carnation Crafts stash. Now, if you missed the earlier show, we had pro print paper 3 for 2. We've still got that, but it will all be on the website if you want to get that. But we've got a few different things this hour. So if you're in the market for a deal, or you've perhaps missed one of the die sets and you want to go back, but this hour is mainly about the clean and simple collections, the plus collections that we bring to you as well. So slightly larger die sets, you've got everything in them that you could need and more. You're still going to get your vignettes with them once you purchase your items. You can download those for free on the website. But as you can see, we've got a huge array of different ones for you. So you can see we've got all the different ones that we have got there for you. Now, this collection, the first one in Blossom, this one you actually get a stamp set with them. These are all normally $44.99, but today, as a special price on these as well, we put it in the wrong place, it's fine. We're going to start down here. Okay, so we will start with the Pretty Poppies, which is this one. Now, let me move. This one has got the stamp set with it. Okay, so you can see you will get your stamp set with that one, not with that one, but it's fine. We will make sure the right ones get to you. So in this collection, you have got the beautiful colorways of the poppies in there. If you've never used Clean and Simple before, the basis is it's a perfect aligned and measured aperture for each and every card that you are making. So there's no more thinking about measuring and making sure that it's right. The dies do it all for you. If I just turn this one round, you will see you get a lot of metal for your money with these collections, because the plus ones, you get a slightly larger size, and then you've got all those details in there. And especially with this one, you are getting with this the actual stamp set as well. So everything is in that collection for you to work with. But like I say, all of these today are $39.99. So you've got a fantastic price on this one. So that's your Pretty Poppies. The next one we're going to go to is, should we do the Elegant Bouquet? We'll do this one. Now, this is fabulous. Again, they've all got that grandeur about them. They've all got that amazing structure. And again, you've got mats and layers in there, the perfect apertures we were talking about before, and you've got those floral elements in there too. So again, this is going to give you a stunning card. All of these are all on the website. So like I say, if you want to jump ahead to make sure you don't miss out on these while they've got that extra £10 off them at the moment, I would definitely say go get them now. Then next up for you, now this is one of, because obviously they're the plus range, this is the next one. This is Dainty Cascades. I'm going to put this one down on the counter so I can open it. Now this is one of the Clean and Simple ones. This is the kit form ones that we bring to you as well. So this one, as you can see, you get all your dies in there, you get your adhesive, your foam on a roll, you also get in there your foam pads, your rubber stamps, and then at the back you get your cardstock. Now, this one today is on a special deal at $29.99. So if you're starting to think about Easter, because it won't be that far away really when you think about it, this would be a great kit for you to be able to use. But the designs that are on here, if you don't want to use the Easter eggs, you don't have to. So again, it gives you more versatility, but you're still getting that perfect aperture. And like I say, these are $29.99 today here at Carnation Crafts TV. Now, as we move along, shall we go scent with florals? We've got this one for you here. Again, a beautiful design of flowers in there for you to be able to use. You've got a square aperture in this one, and then you've got embossed detail on there too. Mats and layers as always, and then the artwork available again on the website. So that's a great one to have too if you're wanting to change up your styles or mix these with your other Clean and Simple kits as well. And then the last one in the collection that I've got for you today is the Blossom. This is a beautiful one. You get that amazing bow, you get the cherry blossom design in there too, and you get all the plaques and detail in there. Really, really pretty collection. So if you perhaps saw them before and you missed out on them, now is definitely your chance why you've got that discount on them as well. So these are the main ones that we're going to feature on the show. But I've also, again, I've been rummaging in the warehouse and I've managed to get you some fabulous deals on different products as well. Now, we did mention in the earlier show about the everyday glue on there for you. Now, normally with the everyday glue, this is normally just over £17 for the glues, but today we've got the special set for £9.99. What a great value. Yes, we've got one for every day, but you don't have to use them in day form. It's just great because instead of having one big bottle, these are decanted down into usable sizes. So take these, put them in the cupboard, and then use them when you need them. Then we've also got the glue applicators. Now you get 100 of these as well, and these are great to get in all those little tiny places when you are using your glues. And with this today, we've got these for £9.99, and like I say, you do get 100 of them. Great container. All you do is you just flick up the bottom, and then literally you can tip them out as you and when you need them, so it keeps them all together. Next up for you as well is the tiny lights, and I have to say with the tiny lights, these are absolutely amazing. Now in here it includes 2 of the 8 LED strings in here and 2 of the 16 ones as well, so you've got such a lot of LED lights, but these are the tiny ones, so again you are getting those fabulous designs. These aren't normally on offer, but today we've got these for £9.99. So they would be a great one for you then to experiment with. And you've seen some of the finished examples that we bring to you. And these are so easy to use. If we get time later, what I might do is open, there's a box over here as well. I'm going to open it just so you can have a little look. So in case you're thinking, tiny lights, how do they work? In here, bear with, you get the lights, and these are wrapped around this card, and you can see these are tiny. Then you get the components at the back in there, so you're going to get your strips with those on, but you also get the batteries, so you haven't got to buy them. So I'm not being funny, you could pay over £10 for batteries nowadays. With this, you have got this all in this kit for £9.99. So everything is in there for you then to add lights to your projects. You might have built a little house, a little scene or something. They are going to be great for that. Now, this is iconic. This is something that you are going to need in your collection. If you haven't got a glass mat, where have you been? You definitely need to have a glass mat. If you're using your blades, you're using your glues, it's easier to clean down and things like that. And this is a great one to have. Again, normally these are $22.99. Not today, these are $9.99. If I was you, I would actually say buy 2 and you can put them together, and then you have a larger surface area to work on. You've got inches, you've got centimetres on there, you've got your card sizes and everything on there, so do think about getting those as well. Now, we were talking about tools earlier as well, so if you are wanting to get your ball tools to get more shape into your projects and things like that, like your flowers and everything else, this one is half price. Should normally be with the mats and the double-ended ball tools $14.99. Not today. Been in the warehouse, like I say, I've had a good rummage and I've managed to get these for £7.49. What a great little, this could be an Easter present, it could be a stocking filler, put it away for Christmas, but for £7.49, I've paid £7 before for one ball tool. So to get the set with the double-ended ones in, and these are metal, they're not plastic, these are metal. You look after these are going to last you a lifetime. And then you've got the specially foam mat in here, and this isn't one of those that just shreds. This is a top quality density mat for then you to be able to emboss with as well. But don't forget, $7.49. I'm trying to bring you all the stash that perhaps you're needing at great prices today. So if you want to, pop over to the website, have a look on there. If you want me to get any of them out and we have a closer look, just message in and we can do that as well. But now we're going to move across and I'm going to show you the boards, some of the boards that I've got for the products as well. So we've got all of those and we can use those. So we've got everything in there as well. So now we can use all of the different elements here and then you'll be able to see. Let me just move this across, bear with. There's me elevate. Sorry, me elevate's there, me glue's there. I've got stuff everywhere. Just bear with me today. Bear with me. Now, I've got some of the boards for the kits because I wanted to show you. Let's move this across a little. There we go. Then you can see. Now, this is the first one that I'm going to show you. This is the Dainty Cascades. Now, this one, like I say, is the kit form one where you get the cardstock, you get the adhesive, you get the rubber stamps and things like that. This is the finish of the card that you can make. You can download the artwork. You're still going to get that, but everything is in there to make this beautiful matte and layered card with that perfect oval aperture, which is going to be so useful. You're also going to get in that collection the stamps that are in there. So you've got the 2 crosses, you've got that dotted background, and then you've got your Easter sentiments like Happy Easter, lots of love, spring blessings, some bunny loves you, I love that, life is beautiful, have a happy holiday, spring has sprung, hello spring, have a cracking time, and 2 new beginnings. How amazing is that? Like I say, these are all on special deals, so do check them out on the website. Now, the next one I've got for you, this one is the Pretty Poppies. This one is. So this is the beautiful one at the bottom, which you actually get the rubber stamps with, okay? So first of all, you get the rubber stamps, but you'll notice you get the same sentiments, but in different fonts. So you've got well done, so sorry, enjoy your day, birthday wishes, with love, happy anniversary, thinking of you, happy birthday and good luck. But if you wanted to say, have a happy day or, or happy birthday wishes, you can mix these up and add different words to them that are in the lists. You know what I mean? So like, I'm so sorry I missed your birthday. You know what I mean? You've got things like that. You can add those in, but you get those with the collection. Then look at this. You're going to get all these fabulous dies. And as you can see, just size wise, they are big dies, so you can make like a wide DL card with this one. Now, when you download the artwork, you'll notice there is different colorways as well on there. You're also going to get the butterflies, so you can have them in different statues, so they're just like with its wings closed or with its wings open, but a beautiful array of different styles on there for you to be able to use. And as always, you will get your decoupage layers and also your mats and layers if you want to use those for your sentiments. So that's that one. Then as we move along, I know we're not supposed to have favourites and say, but I do feel this is one of my most favourite ones that we did. This one is in Blossom. Just look at the colours. The detail, the bow you could use on lots of other projects, gift boxes, gift bags, things like that. Then you've got the sentiment plaques. This one is actually embossed on the top layer. This is the embossing. And you've got like those little flower details on there which look amazing. But you can see you've got that teardrop look to this as well. And then you've got that fabulous stance. Beautiful. And like I say, these are a big size. Please do not think these are a small size card project at all. But again, make and sell with these. There is so much detail to it. Now, these are the elements on their own. So again, you can see how big these are. If you wanted to actually have it that way, like cherry blossom would grow and things like that, you can have those on your cards. You've got this, which obviously if you actually put 2 side by side and the bow in the middle, it actually looks like a beautiful bow that's been tied around your projects. But you can see with the dies, great sizes, mix and match. You have got it all with that one. And that is all the boards that I've got. There is lots of other ones that you can have a look at. But do you know what? Because I like the other one so much, we're going to start with that. Okay, so we are going to keep it clean and simple. We are going to start showing you how to put it together. Now, if you're wanting to know where this mat is, because earlier I did use the glass mat, because for me, I'm a glass mat girl. This one is the silicone one, available on the website. You can use it if you're left-handed, or you can turn it around. You can use it if you're right-handed. You can put glue in here. Because it's silicone, the glue will dry and you can peel it off. You can use inks and paints and things like that in there as well. So very, very useful. So let's just take a few of these out, and we're going to start putting this together. So as always, with your kit, you will always get your mats and layers. So let me just show you on the board. Can you see? So you'll always have your mats and layers. So you've always got a card blank base, either to use with this kit or to use without. Okay, these are also great if you use them for, if you're making your mini albums. They're great for books and pages and things like that. So do think about getting those. I'm using the 350 GSM cardstock because I like my card blank bases to have a good weight to it. And then I might mat and layer with the 240 as well. But that just gives it that bit more rigidity, and it gives your card a little bit more weightage, shall we say. So that is going to make sure then you have got that weight on your card. We're just going to let that just stick and dry. Then with the layers, this is what I mean about the perfect aperture. You've got the perfect mat and layer, and you've got that perfect shape in there. Trying to do that, even somebody like me who's crafted for years, it is not easy to do. And we don't want you wasting your cardstock. We don't want you, you know, sitting there thinking, well, I can't make my cards look like that. Use the dies, make it easy, make it simple, and then you can make yourself some fabulous cards as well. But with this, just remember the top layer is always the one which is like slightly larger, whereas if you put it that way, you won't have a mat and layer. You'll only do it once, and by then you'll learn that's how you do it, because we've all been there. You know what I mean? I do the daft things, so then I can tell you not to do them yourself and waste your products, because I know what we are all like. And sometimes you've got the telly on, you're watching your favourite soap, and then before you know it, you're like, oh, I've stuck that on upside down or back to front. I will tell you the pros and cons so we can make sure that we don't end up like that. So I don't know if you can see it, but you've got that embossed detail on there. It's so pretty and detailed. If you wanted to add a bit of ink, or you wanted to use any of your perfect papers, you can use that. But look how stylish and beautiful that looks already with that elegant like teardrop design on there. Like I say, we've got our cherry blossom. I'm just going to bend these a little bit, but I am kind of going to poke this in a little bit and then trim off the bottom, because I want to still keep the detail at the top. If I put it too high, I'm going to lose that. So what I tend to do is always the bottom, don't ever cut it straight on, always cut at an angle. It just looks more elegant. It's always a finishing point, but you find, yeah, it looks more natural and it looks really, really pretty. Don't ever just cut it straight, because like I say, it'll look like somebody's been at it with a chainsaw. We don't want that. We still want it to look beautiful. So again, just going in with my pin flare glue, because with this, if you wanted to, you could sit it here. You could have little bits, you could cut it down and have bits growing, and then you could have the pieces there. It's up to you. You will find out so many different configurations once you start mixing and matching these. And even with this one, if you've got any of if you watched the show earlier, any of the backgrounds that I was using, and you wanted that beautiful like hot arbor effect, you know, where the flowers are draping over the top, this would be a great one to mix in with any of the flowers that I was showing you earlier. But you can see that just sits in there beautifully. Then you've got your layers. I'm just going to take these and we're going to layer these up onto here. This is where it would come in with your ball tool. So for £7.49 to have one of those sets, I think even today I'm going to treat myself and get one of them sets. I'm not going to lie to you all. I do think for that price, like I say, I paid £7 for one ball tool. With that, you've got all the sizes, so you can do lots of different ones, because a lot of the ball tool sets, they all tend to be really tiny. And then you can't get that curve to your flowers that you want. That's why normally I always use my fingers. But that set's amazing. You've got lots and lots of different sizes in there. So don't forget to pop that in your basket as well if you are on the Carnation Crafts website, because that is going to make all the difference to your projects as well. Because like I say, I never like anything flat on my card. I like it to have a bit of shape. I like to give it realism, and things like that will really do that for you. So again, just taking all the different layers and popping this on. What you can do, because you know, like with cherry blossom as well, is obviously sometimes you can just scatter a few at the bottom, which I'm going to do, because you know, you often see once the wind and you know the sunshine's got the cherry blossom trees, they do tend to look like confetti, and you'll see it blown, that beautiful pink confetti all over. So my mum and dad, they used to have a tree like that, and it was always on the front garden, and it did in the summertime, it used to look like beautiful confetti. So again, you know, just scattering those, just to give it a little bit of detail there and a little bit of a play on there. And then in this top corner, I'm going to do exactly the same. So then we've got that little bit of balance, because we seem to be a little bit top heavy on this side, in my opinion. But you might like it like that. You can strip this back and put as much as you want, because it is called clean and simple. So if you just want a card that is very clean and crisp and boutique style, this is going to give you that as well. So now just adding these in and popping these onto there like so. This is now going to give you that detail that you want. So just taking these last bits and layering this up, but you can add as many layers as you want to these as well, which again will make it look different every time. If you just want to do one layer, if you're making and selling, then just do one. But if you want to, you know, if it's somebody special like your mum or your sister, we tend to go a bit gung-ho, don't we? And we think we want them to have the most elaborate cards. You do tend to ask for them back though when they're finished with them. If you're anything like I am, I say to my sister, don't do anything with that. When you finish with it, if you don't want it, I'll have it back. So, and then I use that as like my portfolio for different designs. I've taken the beautiful sentiment, I've just stamped that on there. It says congratulations, with that hint of pink that actually matches those beautiful flowers. But look at that. That would work for any occasion, even sympathy, birthday, new baby. You have got all those beautiful designs on there now to work with. And this one is called In Blossom. So if you're wanting to get this one, please pop over to the website. Everything is on there. Do make sure you check out your printed, your Pro Print papers. They're all on 3 for 2. And we've got some half price deals. But while you are there, the only thing I am going to say is, don't forget this. Your ball tool collection. £7.49 for your mat. And like I say, it's not one of them wafer thin ones that you struggle with. This is a proper mat. And then you have got your ball tools, and you can see you've got every size you could possibly need for making flowers and shaping your animals. But make sure you get that £7.49 for that one. And then obviously your kits and everything are on the website too. That's that one. So I'm just going to lay that down while that is just drying. But as you can see, we've got a vast array of different styles. Now, these are the clean and simple plus ones. With this one, you get all the dies, but you are also getting in there as well. You will get your vignettes, but these are the slightly larger size ones. We only have one of the kit format ones on here, and that's the Dainty Cascade, which has literally got the Easter items in it. That one has got your adhesive, your stamps, and also your cardstock, but all the others are the Clean and Simple Plus. But you must have a favourite. I know what all of you like. And like I say, while we've got the special price deals on these today for this show, I don't know when the price is taken off. It might run it probably till just into next week, I'm hoping. But if it's just for today, you need to be quick right now and get those as well. So you've got all of those beautiful designs to be able to work with those. But honestly, yeah, maybe it might be, you know, tonight, tomorrow morning. I'm just being honest with you, because obviously, you know, I help Carnation Craft Art. I didn't say more than that, because obviously I don't work for them. So I could end up in a lot of trouble. And I would like to come back and see you all. So thank you for everybody who's joined us this morning and this afternoon. It's great to have you all here. Now, we're going to change it up slightly. This time I thought we'd do scent with florals, okay? Now this is the collection that's got that beautiful cutaway corner that you've got on each side. So a little bit like, you know, like the old photo frame kind of style. This one has got the postage stamp style in the middle, but it's also got that embossed like swirls on the edge of the cardstock. You've got all your mats and layers as always, but you can see with this, these are so easy to put together. The tones in this one again are the pinks and that beautiful like duck egg blue that's in there. But you can mix these again with any of the flowers that we've also got on the show too. So just make sure when you purchase them, you go to the website, go to the download section and pop in this one, the scent with florals, and then you can get your vignettes, print them out on your Pro Print paper, which again is on your 3 for 2. Don't forget, not very often we have a 3 for 2, and it is only really just back in stock as well. So I'm very surprised they've let us do that today, but grab those while we have them. So again, I'm just matting and layering it. It gives you a perfect card blank base, so you're not hunting around with these sets to make your topper and then find something that it's got to stick onto. Foam on a roll, this is all available on the website too, so have a look for that one. They are all there as well. So just adding this onto, oh hang on, my glue's not dry, and then I'm going to position this. Now this is one of the perfect papers, which you know isn't paper, it is card, but we've got a beautiful array, and like I say, all the different colours you can just pull in. It's like a soft salmon kind of colour. It's very beautiful. So again, layering this up, but do remember with these dies, I've done this side, but if you turn the die round once you've cut it and slot it back into the die, you can put another little square this side, so you can have a double one, and then you can have your flowers in the middle. So there's lots of different ways of changing up the looks of this. With the clean and simple, yes, they might be clean, they might be simple, but you can take it to whatever level you want to. And even with this, yes, it could be a topper, and then you could take it and look, you could put it onto a bigger card. So there's lots of different factors. This could actually be a gift tag. You could punch a hole in it. You can make gift tags, things like that. But even with the flowers, if you wanted to, from the other kit, can you see? You could tuck those in as well. So you've got the elements of the colours that are in there. This is why Carnation is so good at their artwork, because it's all hand drawn, it's all hand coloured, and you'll notice the colours all blend together. So if you're wanting to make something very, very beautiful, I would definitely say that. Now, me being naughty, and again, you know the talking bit we were talking about before, don't talk and do, you did things wrong. Luckily I didn't press that down, because what I'm going to do is take one of the images and we're going to stick this behind. So see, it happens to the best of us. We get a bit giddy, we start talking, and then we forget what we're supposed to do. So all I'm going to do is line this up underneath. So I just want a tiny little bit, just let me move this around, flash of colour underneath there. So that's going to act like a background underneath there. Then what we're going to do is take, again, these are all downloadable, you can just print them out, and this is going to sit there. But I wanted to elongate it and make it longer. So this one, what I've done is I've cut the elements off. So then this can be a decoupage layer, and these pieces, I can extend it onto there. So please don't think, because I thought it was more like a feather. I wanted it like a feather moving down the card. You can stylize this and change this for you. So again, we go back to the show earlier. You can do whatever you want to with it and make it look as beautiful. You can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Same with this, you could have it one going one way, and then you could have it like a corner, so you can make corners on your cards. There is so much things you can do with it, because I know sometimes when I'm prepping I think, oh, I'd like to do this, I'd like to do that, and then I run out of time. So then I'm rushing around trying to get all my demos finished, because I'm off on another little planet somewhere, you know, designing cards in my, you know, in my head. Whereas if you can just sit and take your time, you'd be surprised what other beautiful items you can come up with. Now these are printed on the 240 GSM Pro print. No, sorry, I'm telling fibs. The 120, because with this then I can actually then manipulate it and I can flip it over, because they are double-sided. But like I say, don't forget your Pro print, 3 for 2 on the website, not one to be missed out on at all. Now with the flowers again, I can stack it so it's exactly the same, but I always tend to twist them slightly, offset it, and that will just give you that little bit more fullness to your card as well. And then I've got a lovely little sentiment that I've just taken out and I've stamped, and this is going to sit just on here. So I'm using a little bit of pinflay glue. Again, pop it down, then give it a wobble, so that will actually help just to self level it as well a little bit, because otherwise if you just put a blob on in a circle or in a little shape, it's never going to sit right. So again, just press it down to the height that you want and then just give it a wiggle, and you will see that's how you do it to make sure you get that perfect alignment. So this one is another one, and this is sent with florals. You can see there you've got that splash of colour, but it's nothing too much. This, like I say, makes it look like boutique cards. You've got that elegance to it, you've got that stance to it, but it would work just as well if you wanted to use it on one of the backgrounds from background dies from Carnation Crafts, and mix it up and give it more of a journaling kind of style page to your books. You have got it all on there as well. But like I say, there is so many different bits to this that is going to change it. Now I'm going to go back to show you, because we're really busy on a lot of these this hour. We really are. Now just to start off, the glue. bearing in mind you are going to get all of these for an amazing price on this. Your everyday glue today is now $9.99 for all of these. So you've got one for every day of the week, but with this, if you wanted to, like I say, just keep using the one that you use. Sometimes I'm on a totally different day, but that's nothing new with or without my glue. But these are going to be fabulous for that as well. Then we've got our glue applicators. You get 100 of these. So if you don't like the idea of putting the glue on your hand like I do, then this would be great. Plus, these are fabulous to use if you want to scoop off your glue gel and pop it into certain little tiny areas, or get into tiny areas with your everyday glue. So we've got those for you as well. Now, star of the show, I'm going to put it out there, is your embossing mat with your embossing tools. You're going to get all these 4 double-ended, so you've got 4 different ends on these, and they're all metal. They're not plastic. They've got a good weight to them. They fit in the hand beautifully. These are just down to £7.49. Wow, chicka wow wow. That is one of those I would say to you, even if you've got a friend who's got ball tools, I can guarantee she's lost one. She hasn't got the size that she wants anymore. This is a great set to have. So for £7.49, pop that in the basket. Next up for you, we have got for you the glass mat as well. So the glass mat today for you, this is a great price as well. Should be $22.99. These are down to $9.99. It's got centimetres, it's got inches on there as well. And also with this, it's got your card shapes on there too. So really, really great to use those. So $9.99, I would say there should be $22.99. Get 2. You give one to a friend, or you can have one upstairs in your craft room, and you, like me, I've got one in the car that I travel with. That's the way I travel with those. Next up for you, we have got the tiny lights for you. Now, again, with these, you're going to get all your batteries. You're going to get 2 strings of the 8 LED lights and 2 strings of the 16 LED lights on. So technically you've got 4 rows of beautiful lights. They come with obviously the little compartment to put the batteries in, and you'll actually get all the lithium batteries that you need to work with those. So again, for that is a great price of $9.99. I can't go over these prices. I really can't. So I think that is everything in this section that I wanted to show you. If you're not sure, like I say, go over to Carnation Crafts website. They are all on there. If you've been waiting for a glass mat or the glues or the tiny lights or even your ball tools, I would say get these now while these are at this fabulous price. I've never brought these to you at these sort of prices, so run and get those. They're all the extra accessories we've got for your stash that are on this show. But the main feature of this show is the Clean and Simple Plus collections that we are bringing you today, and we've got a full cascade of some of the others that we have done in this collection. Now, the only one that we've got as the kits that we bring to you with the cardstock and everything else in is this one, which is the Dainty Cascades. Slightly different price because obviously that's got everything in, but all the others are well and truly discounted. So if you've missed out on some, or you're just thinking, oh, shall I, shan't I? You don't have to have any of the others to make this work for you. You might just think, I really like that one. Then just get it. They are standalone products to be used on their own, but you can intermix them and make it all work for you. But again, with these, I'm sure today these are all $39.99. So have a look on the website. Check out your baskets on there as soon as you can, and you know these will be posted out to you ASAP. They will be with you as soon as they can. They're really good here at Carnation Crafts at getting postage and your products out to you as well. But like I say, have a look through, see if there's anything that sings to you, and then get over to the website and check everything out on there. I'm going to pop round to the other side to the creation station, and that's where we're going to do a little bit more making. So let's hop round here. Well, not hop, maybe not. That could be a bit hazardous for me. So let's get one of the other shapes out for you. Now this time with this one, we're going to use the pretty poppies for this one. And like I say, these you could batch make. These are going to be so easy for you to be able to make your cards and projects with. And if you are making lots of cards for weddings and occasions or birthday invitations, this would be great for you then to have all your elements. As you can see, I've cut all these out ready, so then I've got my shapes on there as well. Now with these ones, you've got that beautiful arch at the top. If you wanted to, you could actually cut it down the middle, so it would look like church doors. So that was my thinking with that one. But this one, I wanted to show you how easy it is if you want to make it into an easel card. Now with this one, what I always tend to do is pick like the narrow part. Can you see, like the neck bit? Okay, so what I will do, this is how I do my easel cards. Obviously use a scoreboard. If you're at home, don't be naughty like me. Score across, so that is where I want that. So that's going to line up with that piece. Anything I've got left, because I don't measure, I'm not a measurer, you'll all learn that, is then what I do is then I fold this over, and whatever I've got left, I will actually then just score in half, okay? So no measuring, I basically score whatever I've got left in half, and that gives me the precise measurements to make sure then I can make myself a little easel card. It's as easy as that, because I think sometimes people overcomplicate it with easel cards. You don't have to with this one. So again, I'm just adding this to the front of my card, and we'll let this dry a minute or two, so we've got that little bit of detail there. Then I've got my other layers. Now, because the next layer is slightly, you'll notice when I put this down, it's slightly shorter, but that's the matten layer. I'm quite happy with that. Just make sure you don't overhang any of your adhesives or glue. And again, this is where, you know, sometimes when you do something, you're trying to prepare and get it all ready, and then you realise you've put tape in the wrong place. Because I didn't press it down too hard, I can lift that up. That's how good this tape is. So I'm going to snip that off, because if I put that on and we fasten the card, it's all going to stick at the top. So again, a great way to rescue your cards. But if you're at home and you've done that, and say you peel this off and you wreck the back of your card, just cut another one and cut that piece and then glue it to it, and then you won't see where you've done it. So you're not wasting anything. There is always normally a get out for everything with crafting. If you've got inky marks, put a little butterfly on it. If you've done what I've done, just stick another piece of card blank over the back and you will not notice. So now I've got my shape for my card. So we're still using exactly, we've changed the internal shape, not the external. So it's going to make it easy for you to be able to use these. So I've taken some of my Perfect Papers in this lovely pink shade, and all I'm going to do is add the layers to this. But you can see already you've got that detail. It looks like a front door. If you wanted to, on your scoreboard, if you scored lines on there from top to bottom, you can make it look like a front door. Get a little brad, add it as the door handle. You could cut a little slither of silver mirror board. You can make it look like a letterbox. There's lots of different ways that you can play with these. Also with this one, you could make it look like a church window. You could put acetate behind it and use your alcohol pens and colour it in. So you've got the potential there to style up as many different styles as you want. Now again, this would be great if you have got your ball tools. You can shape these in and add these to the front of your cards, adding this onto here. So I'm just shaping these round a little bit, and this is just going to sit just there as well. So again, going back to my glue gel, because then I can wiggle it and I can move it, we can layer all these pieces up. But it's super great, and you know, the time it takes to make these, I'd have a night where you cut everything out, and then literally have a day where you start experimenting. Because yes, you can use it landscape, you can use it portrait, it doesn't matter, and you can dress it differently. You could cut elements down on there as well, like with the foliage, you could cut that down, doesn't matter. It's your project at the end of the day, and it's how you want to use it. But having the vignettes, for me personally, saves me a lot of time having to sit there and colour, because I might want to make a card, but then I think, oh, it's going to take me another hour to colour it. This is all done for you professionally, digitally, all hand-drawn, all coloured beautifully as well. So you know you're getting the best of the best every time you use it. Now with my card, I am going to need a little stopper. So with this one, what I'm going to do is use one of the sentiments. Now when you're making a stopper, you are going to have to use some foam on a roll or some foam pads, because you need that height to catch the card when it comes forward. So this is where now, you know, it's personal choice. Do you want it quite high, or do you want it quite low? It's up to you. There is no right or wrong with this one. It's personal preference. But I just think there, lower down, it looks beautiful. I'm then going to add my little butterfly, because we've got one of these in the collection, and I'm just going to add this onto there. But again, as a make, if you are a new crafter, wow, how easy it would be able to be to make that fabulous card. But if you're somebody who's crafted for years, you know you could actually put 2 of these together and have an opening gatefold card. You could do that as well. But to have that perfect aperture, that perfect alignment every time, this is now what is going to give you that style and that elegance for all your cards. So that one is the Pretty Poppies collection for you as well. So I'm just going to pop that over to there. But like I say, that is the collection. All your vignettes are downloadable free on the website, so do check those out. I think on there, obviously, you get one of the colorways, and then obviously you can buy other ones if you want to, but you will get a free vignettes, colored vignettes with your collection, because obviously they are on there with it. So save your time and make it easy. Comes with a stamp set as well. We've got the Dainty Cascade, the card making kit that is on there as well. So we've got all of that for you. And we've got the Elegant Bouquet, which is going to be my final demonstration today to show you that, because I think that's beautiful with the lilies on. We've seen the scent with florals, and we've done the in blossom one too. So it's giving you a great, think of these as seasonal as well, because you've got a great choice of seasonal flowers that you can use those as well. So you've got that. Now, this one, like I say, is the Elegant Bouquet. And I do think for weddings, sympathy, somebody who just loves beautiful lilies, this would be a gorgeous one to do. Okay. So just to show you, because again, this is how you can make them fuller. When you print them out and you die cut them out, that is the image you will have. Okay. Me being me, I cut that bit off. We're going to still use that, but I wanted to put 2 together to make it more abundant, to give it more fullness to it as well. So that's why I've done that. But again, you can just put 1 piece on. But you know, when I'm printing them out, I just think, do you know what? I'll print some extra, and then I've always got those bits to save and mix and match. Now, again, take your card blanks. You will always get these in your kit. But you don't have to use it with this collection. You could use it with any of your collections as well. So if you're just wanting a great card blank base, you don't want to have to measure it, just run it through twice through your machine, and then you can use that. 350 GSM. This is white cardstock. This is available on the website. This is what I am using to give me that little bit of strength and rigidity with the base of my card. Then we're going to start layering, and this for me is one of the easiest ways to make cards. But yeah, you look like you've been making cards for years, and if your eyesight's not so good when you're doing your matting and layering, this does it for you. You've got that drop shadow, you've got that look on there to work with, and it looks amazing. Now I've took this beautiful like vintage colour green. I would say it's more like a heritage one kind of style. You know, a lot of people are having front doors this colour at the moment and things like that, but this is a beautiful colour. If you wanted to, you could stop there and you could just add in, you know, like your flowers. You could stagger these in here and have it like that. But obviously you have got the main layer that goes over the top, and look at that for a perfect matte and layer. That is just absolutely exquisite. And this is why this collection has been so popular. That's why we bring you the plus collections, because we know some of you like the box sets that we do where it's got everything in it. But then now and again we bring the plus size ones in, because this is just going to give you that little bit of difference as well. So again, I'm just moulding and shaping these, giving them a little crease. They are double-sided, so I use the 140, start again, Dawn, 120 GSM of that Pro Print paper, all on your website. So again, I'm just going to mix. I'm just going to put this down so I can kind of position it, and then I'm going to put my second layer on. But like I say, I've done it so it looks like I have actually got a fuller bouquet than what there is. I've also stamped out my sentiment. I've got the thinking of you sentiment, and then I'm going to take my stem as well, and I'm just going to glue this back on so you don't know, or you can't see that I'm actually joining it. but this is just a clever way to make your flowers look bigger, because sometimes people will say, oh, I've only got one size. You've got so many more sizes. You can make this so much fuller just by doing tricks like this. You're also going to get your decoupage layers, which again, you could use there to make it, you can make a really big full display, but I'm going to use this on the front. For once, I'm going to do it right, and I'm going to add this to the layer just here. So again, that's giving me dimension and shape. And then you've got like the singular ones as well. Don't forget, you can actually layer those together and just have 2 or 3 of those. I'm just going to randomly put these in just to give it a bit of fullness on there as well. So you can make that work however you want to. So I'm just putting another one just in the back of there, and then this side I'm just going to put one there, because you'll notice they're never quite symmetrical, your bouquets. So that's why I'm putting those in, so then your eye isn't just drawn to one piece, it's drawn to lots of other pieces as well. So let's just pop those in there like so. So that works lovely. Then I've got my sentiment, and these are beautiful because the frames, the cartouche frames that these are on, are really going to give you that elegance and that style. So I'm slightly overhanging it on the edge because that's how I want it, but you can move it more inwards if you want to. And we're just going to add this onto here. So I've got thinking of you, but I just thought, what a glorious, beautiful one to have. Now with this as well, there is bows in this collection, which again, I think are going to be so handy for a lot of your kits. Now with this, just curl the bow, can you see, forwards and up. With this one, I would actually fold that back. And with the loops here, again, bend it round your fingers, because this then will make that look like a real ribbon. Can you see? Rather than it looking flat, you've got that detail. And then all we're going to do is stick this just here, and I'm just going to use the center bit. I think I'll use wet glue for this one. And then, because I want that a little tiny bit flatter, and then that will just sit there, and then the ribbons can just float on the card. Don't be frightened to pull them back into shape, and you can then use them to get that little bit more play on your card. And then that is going to give you that beautiful look. So you can see how different. Now with that, I could have used a soft lemon colour, because obviously there is that soft, you know, if I bring this in, look, because that's a soft lemon. I could have done lemon instead of the green, but I wanted it a little bit more, you know, stately home, shall we say, that sophistication. We've gone with the green. But don't be frightened, even if you wanted to do that cream on cream or white on white, it's still going to look as fabulous. But play around with your colours in your stash, what you've got as well. So hopefully that will help you with your elegant boutique. But do join all the design team on Facebook and things like that, Pinterest. There's lots more inspiration on there and ideas to take these to a different level. But today I wanted to show you them in their cleanest and their simplest, purest form, so then you can literally get used of doing those as well. So let's go around, let's have a final look at these fantastic products that I brought for you today, because this is the last hour, live hour here today with these fantastic products. If you are wanting to get your clean and simple, you know, different designs, different flowers, you might just want to pick one kit, and that is going to be your new statement piece for the next few months. These are the kits to do it with. All of them are available on the website, so do have a look with those. Certain ones, like the Pretty Poppies, you get your stamps with, and obviously this is one of the card kit ones. You will get your cardstock, your foam pads, your stamps, your dies, everything in that. Whereas the plus ones, just to turn it around to show you, you get the larger size dies with it as well. They're all on there too. Plus, if you're wanting to get any of the fantastic stash items that we've got out of the warehouse for you, especially to bring you a super deal, we've got all of these. A lot of them are more or less like half price, like the tiny lights. This one is a super deal, £7.49 for your ball tools and your mat, and your glass mats, don't forget, £9.99 for those instead of £22.99. Your glues as well are on that deal for £9.99 too. So again, build those baskets, build your stash, and then you know you've got all the right products for the right job. But I just want to say a massive thank you for all of you out there today who stayed with me throughout the shows. A massive thank you to Kat for tolerating me and putting up with me, because if you've met our cat, she is a quiet little cat, and obviously I'm quite full on, so it gets a little bit much. Massive thank you to the Carnation Crafts design team. Laura will be back with you soon, so do not miss out, and I'll see you all soon too. Take care. Bye bye.